Hey, what's up, Steeler Nation? This is Outside Steeler Fan. Earlier today, I literally had I'm not gonna say a nervous breakdown, come on now. But I was like insanely nervous I was in a rush. I mean, I'm at work right now. I'm on my lunch break, but I was just like, anxiety was running through me. A lot of stuff I was trying to do at once. So like, let me try to squeeze in a video within my within an hour before I have to go to work. That did not work out so well. I would suggest a lot of people not try that, because your video is going to come out like crap, and like halfway through I'm like, no, this is shit. Let me give myself some more time and I'll try to do it during lunch. So here I am right now. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get into it. Do I need to go any further? This is a crucial game for us. This, in my mind, and I'm quite sure a lot of other people's mind in Steeler Nation, is a must-win game. It's a must-win game in a lot of ways. It's not just a get-right game. Far from that. It's a must-win. It's a business-oriented game. I think getting right for us right now is, let me say, come December, we're actually playing winning football, and we have enough wins under our belt. But that's another. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that come December we're peaking and it's looking like a 2016-2005 type season. But that's where we need to be. That to me would be getting right. Right now, we're on life support, and our chances of living are becoming now slim to none. But briefly reflecting on our game last week against the Green Bay Packers, I said in my post-game video that I saw plenty of improvements from that game, especially on the opening drive, where Ben, regardless if the play was a free play or not, Ben Roethlisberger was able to connect with Deontay Johnson in stride to put us up early 7-0 on the first drive. When was the last time the black and gold have scored on the first drive? Do you really want to know? Some of you probably already know. It was what was supposed to be our bye week last season against the Tennessee Titans in Nashville. That's the last time, that game right there, I remember so well. That's the last time we scored on the opening drive of the game. So, not a good statistic to look at right there. Don't even remind me anymore. I don't even want to look at any more statistics on the offensive side of the ball, but that is the last time that we were able to score a touchdown on the opening drive. Anyways, let's get on to it. What else? Other places I saw improvement. I thought the O-line played a little better. I liked the consistency. I liked the production that Najee Harris was giving us. He was, I think, a lot more more consistent in this game with his rushes versus last week against the previous week against the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't think his numbers were as great, but he was a lot better in. He was a lot better in pivotal moments, or may I say, opportunistic moments in the game in which we needed to move the chains or get yardage to get us in a more reasonable third down situation. He was, very clutch in that way. But yeah, I mean, Najee just being Najee. And one thing on offense are the penalties were a lot less penalties in this game than Cincinnati, especially in critical situations. We were not, good example, first half of the Cincinnati game, there were no penalties after a great carry from Najee Harris. So, we had penalties in this game, but they were penalties during, well, not counting the freaking blocked field goal. And I'm not going to go on any further about that. Not counting the bullshit call on the blocked field goal right before the end of the half. Situational football, just not getting penalties during key moments in the game. That was huge right there. On the defensive side of the ball, I think the defense was iffy in this game, but for the most part, the defense had its moments. TJ Watt, the guy's coming back from injury. He wasn't at his best. And when I say at his best, I meant from a physical standpoint, not from a mental standpoint. TJ Watt brings in 110% week in and week out. So TJ, from a physical standpoint, it looked like, his injury was bothering him in that game. And let's move on to the Denver Broncos, man. You don't need to, on the defensive side of the ball, you really don't need to explain their key guy, Von Miller. The guy's having a hell of a year. 4.5 sacks, if I'm correct. That's what I've heard. 4.5 sacks, and then 6 tackles for yard lossage. The dude is having a sick year after only 4 weeks of football. I mean, man, this guy, barring injury, let's keep our fingers crossed that the guy doesn't go down. Barring injury, this dude could possibly be Defensive Player of the Year. I know I might be speaking too soon, but you don't need to explain anything else about Von Miller and the other great weapons the Denver Broncos have on the defensive side of the football. That's going to be, when it comes to our offensive line, they're going to be in for a huge challenge. And let's just hope that they are up for that challenge, because it is going to be a challenge. And this could be very likely, this could easily be a low-scoring game. On the offensive side of the ball, it looks as if Drew Lock will get the nod for this Sunday's game. Teddy Bridgewater sustained a concussion in last week's game against the Ravens. He was taken out of the game and replaced by Drew Lock. I know we faced Drew Lock last year, so the good thing about that is we do have experience against Drew Lock. Our defense had a great day against him last season. Especially, obviously, TJ Watt. So, at least it's a quarterback that we know and we are familiar with. And let's hope that we duplicate that performance we had last year against Denver with Drew Lock in there. But I'm pretty certain that Drew Lock will be the starter this week for this week's game against us at Heinz Field. For us, on an injury standpoint, it's not too bad. Things are looking most likely a lot of these guys should be coming back for this Sunday's game, according to yesterday's injury report. Ben Roethlisberger did not practice, and rightfully so. Ben Roethlisberger, he's been in this business, as I've preached before, he's been in this business 18 seasons, but he's still suffering from his pectoral injury that he got in the Raiders game, and also a hip injury, and he did discuss some of that yesterday in his press conference. He did mention that he's going to improve his lower body, hopefully he can, go through the necessary training to improve his lower body. And let's just hope that the hip doesn't affect him that much for this week's game. But he's most likely going to get the nod for this Sunday. Alex Highsmith, groin injury. Oh, my bad. I'm looking at the wrong injury report. But I know I'm correct about Ben Roethlisberger. For sure. I know that Cameron Hayward, this is just not even worry about. This is the key players. Cameron Hayward sustained a neck injury from last week's game at Lambeau. Now, I'm quite sure everybody remembers that he was down on the turf for a while, and he did miss a play. Fortunately, he came back into the game, and that's probably from that neck injury. But he had a light practice yesterday, so that's a good sign right there. As serious of an injury that can be, a neck injury, as scary as that is, that's part of the body you really don't want to injure. But as scary as that is, it looks like he's going to be okay if he was able to practice yesterday or participate in practice yesterday. It looks like he will be okay for this Sunday's game. Some other players, Juju had his ribs were injured from last week's game. He looks like he should be good to play this coming Sunday. But it looks like, according to the injury report, we should a lot of the guys that were either non-participants in practice or light participants in practice, it looks like they will be getting the nod this Sunday. Nothing to really worry about on that front, at least so far. But yeah, this is going to be a pivotal game for us. There's no excuses for this game. If we lose this game, it just gets harder. If you look at the schedule, we have Seattle coming up on Thursday night. Thankfully, we have our bye week, and we have Cleveland after that, but I'm not going to look too far down the road. We have to focus on the Denver Broncos, and let's just hope that we can make the necessary improvements to turn it around, even though, like I said, maybe, we could build on the improvements from what I should be saying. We can build on the improvements from last Sunday's game against Green Bay. Let's hope that happens. This is a game I think our defense really needs to take over, because no disrespect to the Denver Broncos, but they are definitely a downgrade from Green Bay's Green Bay's offense with Aaron Rodgers. And yeah, Steeler Nation, let's just hope for the best this week. We got to be on our A game. The margin of error is getting really small, and when it comes to my perspective, it is very small. There really is no margin for error. We have got to take this game. But anyways, sorry for the shaky video, or this video I thought was all over the place, but I am at work. I do like this setting better than at home where I'm holding the phone, so I got to do something about that. But anyways, everybody enjoy the game this Sunday, and let's hope to finally get in the win column. Anyways, everybody have a good one.